Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the February 2019 Love and Romance reading. I thought it was appropriate to do a love reading for each sign, as this is the month of Valentine's Day. All right, so the Gemini energy that I am feeling for this general reading is an energy that is worried, that is fearful of forward movement. This particular Gemini is afraid that they can't trust again for whatever reason. So they're wanting to learn more about another person. They are very hopeful that there is devotion here, but they are indecisive as to whether or not a connection will be good for the long term. So when I look at my first Lenormand spread, Spirit expressed through these cards that this Gemini, up until recently, was feeling trapped and or stuck in some way. This Gemini was wanting to roll the dice and take a risk. But again, whatever was making them feel stuck was holding them back. This Gemini energy was hoping, wishing, and praying to Spirit that another person they were dealing with was being honest. I feel like this Gemini was fearing this devotion of another. They are looking at and are hoping for greater financial abundance and security in a new direction. A bigger, better home, better financial circumstances. So we have a Gemini who has been waiting at a distance from another, hoping, wishing, and praying to come together. Male or female. This Gemini feels so very good when they connect with this person that they're actually contemplating a meeting, a rendezvous with another. But again, the fear that this Gemini is feeling, this communication that they are having with another, is causing this Gemini anxiety. They're feeling anxious of the truth. And that's what's making them feel stuck. Now, with the broom and the lady energies, it's almost as though this Gemini is wanting to sweep away from a connection that they created or that became out of almost discontent and boredom in their life or in the life of another. And they're wanting to learn more about moving forward with this other person. The snake to me in this reading is representing fear. This Gemini is wanting to open their heart to a situation involving children or playfulness. But are waiting for some form of ending. Maybe the Gemini or someone else was in a previous commitment, marriage, partnership, and they're waiting for something to go full circle when it comes to that. Again, they're reminiscing on communication that makes them feel good. But the obstacle is that the Gemini or someone else is anchored in their current circumstances. They're wanting to travel and or move forward, but there is confusion. And the confusion is what's making this Gemini feel burdened. So in the first week and a half or so of February 2019, the Gemini is thinking about marriage, commitment, partnership. But again, is fearing that someone is not being completely honest, or is fearing that there is sly and cunning behavior involved. They are in the first couple weeks of February 2019. Either this is the well-dressed masculine Gemini, or they're thinking of a well-dressed masculine Gemini, and they are needing to find more information. This person, this Gemini, may come into connection with another, and they're trying to slyly find some more information before making a commitment. By the third week of February 2019, this Gemini is hoping, wishing, and praying. And with the star card energy, Spirit is going to help for the Gemini to find the clarity they need when it comes to the devotion of the other. And they are going to learn what they needed to know when it comes to the long-term ability for this connection to move forward. They are thinking about moving into this new direction. And in the outcome position, by the end of February 2019, their love and romance energies are completely lit up, and they can now sweep away from this indecision. Should I or shouldn't I? Is this the right path for me? So again, I have the energies around me of a Gemini who is either offering their life, their finances, and their commitment to another. And Spirit is trying to tell this Gemini the choice is truly up to you. You've got to see this as a good choice or a bad choice, and then make that decision. This Gemini is, in the first couple weeks, trying to recapture romance with this person, but they're also being guided to take some time to think about the connection. Am I ready? Are they ready? Do they mean as they say? In the relationship sector of my circle spread here, Spirit is saying that this particular Gemini is fearing the ascension of this commitment. Yet at the same time, this Gemini is saying or thinking to themselves that this could very well be the one. So spiritual advice is saying, Gemini, listen not to the words someone is telling you, but to the actions before deciding on bringing a situation to a conclusion. Have hope that they will devote themselves, and then observe in the first 3 weeks of February 2019. I think by the third week of February 2019, this particular Gemini is being blessed in the area of love. They're going to feel like someone is definitely devoted to them. They're just fearing old mistakes. But remember, Gemini, that not everybody is the same. Not every circumstance is the same. Give this person an opportunity to prove themselves and their devotion to you. Some Geminis are being guided through their actions to open up, to put your heart on your sleeve, to not only give in to your passionate side, but to really decide on a commitment. Spirit's going to give this Gemini the strength to think positively, even though they are feeling anxious, and to send out a message that this is deeper than just a passionate connection. I want to offer all that I have, and maybe even bring up engagement. This Gemini energy, by the end of February 2019, I believe is going to open up and make the romantic gesture, or somebody's going to make it to this Gemini. And it's going to feel like a very honest gesture. And this Gemini is going to understand the depth of the attachment to this other soul. They may fear or are waiting for something to come to a complete conclusion. But Spirit's saying, it is time to bring this commitment to a higher level. Yes, indeed, this is a soulmate. So day to day, Spirit's saying, take off that blindfold. Get clear about your boundaries. Get clear about what you want and what your intentions are. Because it is now time to free yourself from old cycles, patterns, or behaviors. Divine timing is at work, and indeed, for some Geminis, you're going to recognize that someone is your soulmate in February 2019. And Spirit's going to give you the strength, again, to face the energies of anxiety with an open heart, to have positive thoughts, and to reach out and communicate what you truly feel. It is about sharing that caring side of yourself, and it's about taking action to show that you're willing to give all that you have to another. It's a time to let go of the fear of deception and to come out of denial that this attachment you have with another should not continue. It's time to say, I want this, and to speak your truth, and to listen to the responses of another. Wow, what a beautiful reading. I believe this Gemini in the month of February can finally face their anxious energies, open their heart, their bank account, their home, and follow through. As old situations are finally coming to a conclusion, this Gemini is finally coming to the understanding that old storm energies are over, and that now divine timing is bringing you the love that you deserve. That was a very clear message. So push away from those anxious energies. Communicate your truth. Open your heart. Travel, move, come together, and realize that the time has come to make that romantic gesture. And for some, it may be that you're going to move in together. You're going to commit to one another in some way, and or become engaged. Wow. So for those of you whom are worried, I just pulled one card from the Archangel Michael Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And Spirit's trying to tell you the situation is already resolved. All that you have been worried about, all that you have been hoping for, Spirit has already seen this transpire. And they're telling you that you are definitely on the right path when it comes to this other person. So your word of prayer for February is, I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in my heart and in all ways. Thank you for resolving this situation in a divine and perfect way. Wow. So for a personal reading, I am available at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. Just write me, let me know what your horoscope or your sun sign is, and any specific questions or concerns by which I can meditate on as I film your video. Then I attach your video to your email, and you just click and watch. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings of wonderful romance and a new journey in love for a majority of you in February. Thank you, take care, and God bless.